You know, I've gone through a lot of iPhone cases over the years, but the ones that really stuck with me have been from MacBack. I had the classic on my iPhone 15 and 15 Pro, super reliable, slim, and with that magnetic mounting system, I ended up using it everywhere. Then, when I upgraded to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, I switched to the Elite case for that extra protection and premium feel. So when MacBack reached out and sent me their brand new MacBack Air case for the iPhone Air, I was curious because this one is supposed to combine all that functionality MacBack is known for, but in the slimmest case they have ever made. I've been using it for a bit now. I've got it here in both black and beige color, and I'll be honest, this is a very different experience from the classic or the Elite case. By the way, this video is sponsored by MacBack, but I've personally been using MacBack cases for years now, and everything you will hear today is based entirely on my experience. With that out of the way, let's jump in. Right out of the box, my first reaction was, wow, this is light. This case is thin and matches with the form factor of iPhone Air perfectly. Visually, this case is minimalist, which I really like. The main reason why I compromised on battery, camera, and performance and went with the iPhone Air was for the slim and beautiful form factor. So I was very sure that if I had to use a case, it must not change all of that. The volume, power, and action buttons feel incredibly tactile, and the cutouts for the charger and microphones are also perfectly aligned. Everything feels precise and well finished. The camera control sits flush with the case, yet remains easy to operate. Honestly, just the feel of the buttons and the precision of the camera control tells you right away this is a premium, well-built case. A cheap case will not be able to replicate this. The MacBack case for iPhone Air seems to be giving the best of thinness and that protective feeling without a lot of trade-off. The beige version has this soft, chic vibe, perfect if you're into lighter setups. The black one is that timeless, stealthy look. Both have the anti-fingerprint coating, which is must for me, compared to the glossy back of the classic that sometimes showed smudges. I'm going with the classic black, and I think even that complements my sky blue iPhone Air. Okay, let's talk design and comfort, shall we? This is a super slim case, but know that this is not the slimmest case for iPhone Air in the market. That's because it brings a lot of protection and features along with it. And I'm okay with that trade-off because it's still slim, and I know this case can take a serious drop and still keep my phone safe. The case overall is super grippy and confident to hold. You know, you can accessorize your phone case even more by swapping the button inserts and the finger loop for different colored ones. Comfort-wise, I used to feel my pinky constantly taking the weight of the phone along the bottom edge. With the Air case, MacBack added a clever pinky pillow, a soft contour that cushions that spot perfectly. It's one of those small details that spoils you instantly. Once you try it, you will notice its absence in every other case. Long scrolls and one-handed texting suddenly feels so much effortless. There are two small but useful features: flick stand and embedded finger loop. This might sound like a small addition, but it's actually one of those things you end up using all the time. The flick stand sits flush with the back of the case. You can barely notice it until you need it. It just flips out, and you can use it as a kickstand to prop your phone up for watching videos or while FaceTiming. And the finger loop that flushes inside when not in use, it comes out when you try to insert your finger, and it gives you a really secure grip when you're holding your phone one-handed. I use it when I'm scrolling or shooting photos outdoor. It just feels more safer. The best part is that it blends into the design perfectly. No weird bulges or clunky attachments. You get that functionality without sacrificing aesthetics. Of course, MacBack's signature feature, the magnetic grip system, is still the star of the show. Unlike a regular MagSafe case, MacBack uses a custom magnetic array with telescoping magnets that gives you stronger, more precise alignment. These magnets aren't just for charging. They let you mount your phone directly onto metal surfaces, fridge doors, gym equipments, metal racks, you name it. And I use it all the time. When I'm cooking, I stick my phone on the fridge to follow a recipe or watch a video. What I love is how stable it feels and it just clicks into place. Now, the big question, how protective it is. Thin cases are usually a compromise. They look good, but they don't do much in terms of safety. But MagBack manages to find that balance really well. The case has air cushion corners, raised edges around the screen and camera, and that rigid internal frame that actually absorbs shock nicely. I've dropped my old iPhone 16 Pro Max in a MagBack Elite case a few times on hardwood and on tile, and it survived without a single scratch. This iPhone Air case feels slightly lighter but still sturdy. It's not a rugged, heavy-duty case, but for everyday use, normal drops, table knocks, or tossing it into a bag, I'm super confident and it'll hold up perfectly. Now, even though I have really enjoyed using this case, I do have a few things that I would love to see improved. First, color options. The beige and black are both great, but I would love to see more variety, maybe a blush pink, deep navy, or even a transparent version that shows off the iPhone's color. Second, I wish there was a classic variant for iPhone Air as well. I love the clean, minimalist look, and I would swap one over the other based on my needs. So I do miss that classic version. Also, I love their screen protectors and its easy to install system. That's missing for the iPhone Air model. I wish MagBack made one of those too. And finally, the price. At around $59.99, it's definitely a premium case. But honestly, it's one of those few that actually feels worth the price. I've used MagBack cases for months or even years, and they hold up incredibly well. No peeling edges, no fading, no magnet weakening over time or discoloring. They are built like a tank, and even the iPhone 15 Pro case still feels like new. So yes, it's pricier, but it's built to last. If you just picked your new iPhone Air and you want the case that keeps your phone slim, stylish, and functional, I think MagBack case is one of the best balanced options right now. It looks great, feels premium, adds practical features like the flick stand and finger loop, and gives you that signature MagBack magnetic versatility that honestly makes your everyday phone use easier. They have classic and elite version for the iPhone 17 Pro, Pro Max, and the base 17 model as well. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more such content. I'll see you in the next one. This is Anjana. Bye-bye.